My name's Shruti and this is Blake, and we're both second year medical students, and we're the Indigenous coordinators for Hope for Health. And in conjunction with Leah and Royanne and the First People's Health Unit and School of Medicine, we've had the incredible opportunity to go to Palm Island.
What the ultimate goal is to try and get more students from medicine going over to Palm Island, either as like a placement or like an elective or a selective, kind of integrating it into the curriculum. The first thing you kind of notice is how beautiful the land is, like coming in on the ferry, because we were coming in on the ferry. It's just like visually, it's amazing. We haven't seen anything as beautiful as this place before.
Yeah, but I think we were really excited, and I think that excitement sort of was more than the anxiousness or the worry. You know, you're kind of anticipating what it's going to be like, what you're going to do. You know, am I smart enough? Am I going to be able to, you know, because we're only second year medical students, so I guess you have that sort of worry.
I'd say on the first day, probably one of the biggest highlights was going out to the old dam and swimming with the kids there. Because, you know, they just kind of started school holidays when we'd started, and like it's hot and everyone wants the kids to go out, and like you go up to the old dam and there's kids, the young kids making their own little clay, like pouring water, getting water out of the dam, pouring it on the soil.
And they came and gave it to us, and
then we're like drawing on ourselves. That was like kind of getting in and playing with the kids. That was definitely a highlight.
Yeah. And everyone there's just so friendly and open, and like the kids just came up to us, and it's just a very nice, welcoming environment. We went reefing with Auntie, which was really, really good. We got spider shells and clams, and just seeing sort of that connection to land and going out was something that was, I don't know, that kind of stayed with me.
Yeah, I went up with Blackie Miller, up hunting for wild boars, and like that's like, it's kind of like he likes to do that whenever he can. Like that's like a treat for him as well. So it was kind of good for him as well as me, because I've never obviously gone boar hunting before. Like back in Port with my family, like we hunt quail, and they're tame compared to wild pigs that come charging at you. But it was good, you know, just going up the mountain, just kind of being in that environment. It's really special. Also with Arnie, we went and got some. She showed us some bush medicine. So various different things like asthma and that's right, the ao bao. Yeah, I brought back some ao bao fruit, which it's not ripe enough yet, but it's supposed to be real good for like asthma and sore throat. Sore throats. When you eat it. Yeah. Wow. So anyone got a sore throat, I'll got some spider shells as well. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's really good. So first off in the morning, we start off in Dr. Raymond's office, and they kind of look at the previous day's blood works, and you know you have like, you know, the blood results and stuff, and they give us an opportunity to kind of have a crack at interpreting them. Yeah. There's really no pressure to really know anything, but like I guess the main point of that first kind of get together with all the doctors is just kind of have a bit of a yarn about the patients and kind of how do we approach this patient and stuff like that. And it's a very team environment because everyone's there, you know, it's very casual and relaxed, and we open up the bloods and then we'll go through it and we'll talk about diseases. Yeah, pretty much every doctor knows about each other doctor's patients. Yeah. One of the scenarios in communication skills was having an Aboriginal man who come in getting a med certificate for sorry business, because some people, they live out in areas that don't have running water, and in order to get moved closer in to place that do have running water, they have to kind of present their case, and one component of that is getting like a medical support for that. That's all he really wanted. We did the full health check, you know, asking all the full body systems review, you know, and literally as he was about to leave, he's like, oh, it's also this, and he rolls up his sleeve and he's got a very severely dislocated shoulder. And that's the first thing I said to him, doesn't it hurt? And he's like, oh, it's a little bit down here, but he was still working. And had this big acromion sticking out of his shoulder. So it just kind of shows like, it puts into perspective. Yeah, like here that would be, you'd be out, you'd be like, I'm taking the week off because I just dislocated my shoulder, but for them, like they've got to still work. I think that's a huge thing. I think it's not only about the physical, so like pathophysiology of the disease, but also the social context, the cultural context, the historical context. And like, if you say, here's a medication, go take it, you need to look at who's at them at home, are they going to take it, is the drug available on the island, do they have to go into Townsville to get it? So I think that's the big issue, more than just you've got diabetes, you've got heart disease. Yeah. And I think that's what Raymond was telling us. Perfect example, we saw a young fella who had upper respiratory tract infection, and normally it was mild, like it was didn't really necessarily think it was going to spread lower. He looked all right, So here, you typically wouldn't give like an antibiotic. You can just kind of let it try and clear itself. But like when you take into consideration the social aspect of it, he lives in a place with 9 other people, and you don't want to risk that developing to a lower respiratory infection, getting worse and potentially affecting 9 other people.
Yeah.
So like the social history affects not only like or how to diagnose, but how to treat as well.
You can see how the cultural aspect impacts the clinical aspect, and the clinical impacts the social, and just everything. You know how we talk about the biopsychosocial model? This was literally it in practice, and even more. Take a diary so you can write down everything that you've done and absorb the experience, because you just do so much in the 3 days. You don't want to forget any of it. So I think take that diary, take time to reflect afterwards as well, I think, and just sort of what you learned, what you're going to take from the trip. It's not just sort of in isolation. I went for the 3 days and get back to normal life. See how you can change.
You won't be able to get back to normal life. You'll keep thinking of Palm.
And I think the other thing is you'll get out what you put in. So if you ask questions, if you can I do that? Can I do this? Then you'll be able to get the most out of it. If you just sit back and just observe or listen in, you won't get as much. So if there's bloods that needs to be taken, ask, can I do it? Can you teach me? Or if it's a history or an examination, can I ask? It doesn't matter if you take bad history. You'll learn from that and you'll improve the more you practice. I think it's
absolutely.
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday, and we think it's probably the best thing that's happened in uni so far.